What's going on out there in the world? Ooh, so many people just popped in. Tell me the things, say something. Say hey. Shoot me a thumbs up or something. Sit or something. What's up, Kathleen? What's going on? What is going on over there? What's going on, Jennifer? I'm glad you caught me live too. Hang out with me a little bit if you can. Hang out with me a little bit. Oh. We are finishing up some Tuffets today. I say finishing up. I don't know that we're going to finish them. I don't know what we're going to do. But I know that this part is boring, and so I wanted some company. That's what this all boils down to. Is the part of this that I'm doing. What's up, Annette? Is a little bit on the boring side. So I was like, well, I know what to do. I have my Quilty BFFs. So, and I need you guys to just keep me occupied, keep my mind going. So let's do it. Let's hang out. Let's just hang out a bit. Jennifer, we in the house? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. And again, this is the boring part. So I'm like, I've got quilts on the brain as usual. I've got life on the brain too, which I could do without. So you know what? We are just going to hang out and talk about the things and see where this discussion takes us today. Annette, you're riding your bike? Is it a stationary bike or are you outside? Are you like Pelotoning it out over there? And how are you texting and biking? You must be a serious bikestress. Are you texting while biking? Is that dangerous? I'm really starting to get to the point where I need to put my phone in the back seat when I'm driving because I'm too tempted. I think about things and I'm like, oh, I just thought about something while I'm driving. Oh, it's the worst. And I try to be really responsible by waiting till I get to the light. I'm like, is that even really better? Oh, you're outside. Wow. Well, you be careful texting while biking. Be careful out there. Is anybody sewing too with me? Is anybody doing their things and just has me on in the background so that I can keep them company too? And the funny part is I could just heat up the heat press, guys, and probably do this within a few seconds. But maybe I just need, I don't know. I don't know. I need to have an electrician out though. Because sometimes my heat press trips the house and that's a whole nother ball of wax. Good, Helen. I'm glad you're quilting. What you working on? Is it a 3-yard quilt? Is it a double wedding ring? Is it a Dear Jane? What you working on? Log cabin blocks. Nice. I am really into, I'm loving on log cabins right now. My thing with the log cabins, though, when I do mine, I want to do them kind of funky. I want something to be kind of non-traditional about them. That's the mood that I'm in. Not that I don't love a traditional log cabin, because I do. But I was thinking, I'm going to move this just a little bit this way. Just a little bit. I don't know if you saw my video where I picked up a pattern called, I think it's Urban Cabins, and it's really cool. I'm really pleased with what they look like. They're elongated because you guys know I love a rectangle. I don't know why I love rectangles so much, but I do love a rectangle. Jennifer, are you in a sewing slump? Why? Do you have any works in progress currently? Or do you just not feel like it? I get it. You might not be in the mood, and that's okay. Something will spark eventually. If if you're open to it. Oh, I get it. Jennifer, I absolutely get it. Lord knows I get it. It'll come back when things turn around, and they will turn around. It'll come back to you. Oh, a new role at your job. Okay. She wants gray and white. Did I tell you guys about my girlfriend who knows what I do better than anybody? She asked me for a quilt with no color that focuses on texture. She wants a colorless, like a beige or cream or neutral quilt. I'm like, have you met me before? And what she really wants is to push me. I think she's trying to push me just to see what happens. Because she's thinking something amazing is going to happen if I try something in neutral and focus on textures. Needless to say, we haven't done that quilt yet. I don't know when she'll ever get that. She couldn't have just asked for a Disney themed quilt, right? She couldn't do that. No. She wants some kind of neutral quilt. Neutral. Neutral's a bad word in my house. Just kidding. But I haven't been in the mood to do that one just yet. And she needs a quilt that is extra special because she's extra special. So then there's that too. Helen, you would totally do a Tuffet. They don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be difficult at all. She's got white furniture. Oh, okay. I like that. I love that she wants to cuddle under something. And there's nothing like cuddling under something that's been made for you specifically. It's just something different about a handmade quilt that you're under. So I love that you're going to do one for her. But if you're going to do a 3-yard quilt, let me just say, if you're going to cuddle with it, I think I would shoot for doing the twin size of whatever it is. Just double it. Because you said when they watch movies. So yeah, double that size. Because no matter what size you are, if you're an adult, I think that throw is just a little small for cuddling, like true cuddling. De La Rosa. Oh, you finished the blocks. Go you. Finished them. Okay. I see you. with your finished blocks. Jennifer, so you're doing stuff with the new role with the executives. Okay. Yep. Once you get your footing and all that, it'll be fine, and you can get your sojo back, hopefully. Villa Rosa. You guys will never guess what I was looking at this morning. I want to do a bucket list quilt. I wanted to do one this year, like do it and finish it. And I know I talked about the Dear Jane, and I will be doing a Dear Jane at some point. But I think I'm going to prep for, I think I'm going to do a double wedding ring this year, which is on my bucket list. There are a couple of quilts on my bucket list. A double wedding ring, a Dear Jane, something else is on there. I forget. There's 3 things on the bucket list. I don't know where that list is, but I know for sure a double wedding ring is on the list, and the double wedding ring, the Dear Jane, and there's one more. It's not a farmer's wife. I can't remember. Yep, definitely do 6 yards. You got it. You got it. There have been a couple lately that I've done that I just hate that I didn't do, that I didn't double it. Hate that I didn't double it. One of which are the giraffes. I hate that I didn't double those. Helen, I am going to don't say that, because this channel's got so many curves coming, because I'm going to show you how not to be scared of curves. There are a few things that make me not afraid of curves. I don't do them often. I don't do them all the time. I have one project that's already done, filmed. I don't know if it's edited, but it's curves, and you guys will like it. And then I have, and it is probably one of the more complicated things that I've done. But I want to show people how not to be scared of curves, because we don't have to be. And if you see a curve and it's a big, long curve, like a big block, you really don't have to be scared, because that's just like sewing a straight line. And people don't realize that because it's a curve and they freak out. But if you see a big block, like the double wedding ring, okay, I get it. Right? I get it. That's a little bit harder to see, and it's not the easiest to do. Okay, fine. But the drunkard's pass and stuff, if it's a big block, it's just like sewing a straight line. And once you start using your glue with it, you're golden. You're good. You don't even have to worry about it. There's some tools. There's a couple of different tools, like the cut right tools. Are you guys familiar with those? Those are the ones that have the snips in them. And all you have to do is match up the little snip. You can snip it, or you can put a mark there. You can match those up. Or you can do, there's some that are kind of like the block lock, which I love, because you just make them bigger and then cut them down to size. So there's a couple of different tools, and curves are awesome. A drunkard's path block is the circle world's version of a half square triangle. So everything that we do with half square triangles, we can do with the drunkard's path and get a rounded effect and a cool look. So I don't want us to be scared of them. I don't want us to be scared. So I'll show you guys how we can not be scared. I need to buy the block lock. I think block lock now has the curved block lock ruler for drunkard's path. So I'm going to check into that too. Matching the round seams is what you struggle with. Well, I'll show you. It does not have to be scary. Now, there are some that are, more technical than others. We can't get away from that. But there's a company called So Kind of Wonderful, and their whole thing is curves. But the way that they do them is making them large and then cutting them down. And they have something called Metro rings, and I've decided that that's going to be the double wedding ring that I do. And it's very similar. The only thing I'm concerned about is I really want my double wedding ring to have a scalloped border. And I haven't seen anybody do that with that particular pattern yet, so we'll see. Oh, that's right, AccuQuilt. That'll help with accuracy too. AccuQuilt. After I finish this super huge tulip pink project that I'm working on, literally as we speak, I'm going to show you guys how I really optimize using my AccuQuilt. I've got a quilt coming up that is AccuQuilt heavy. So excited. So much to look forward to, guys. I have so many projects going. I couldn't imagine what this would look like if I were doing this full time and I could really push. Because I'm telling you guys, I think I made 6 quilts in 2 weeks and possibly 2 Tuffets. We'll see what happens in the next 2 days. But I can cook, like I can move. And so if this were my full-time job where I did nothing but I didn't have to worry about editing, I didn't have to worry about the extra stuff, the designing of the t-shirts and trying to figure out paint. If I didn't have to do the busy work, boy, this channel would be something else. Maybe we should put that in the air. I'm always scared to put that in the air. It's hard for me to dream that this could be full time, but maybe it could. Who knows? Because it's starting to certainly do some things now. I can see things happening and I'm very grateful for it. So we'll see. Because then we could have a double wedding ring by next week. We could be working on a double wedding ring right now and it could be knocked out and done. I know the colors that I want to do. Matter of fact, there are 2 quilts that I want to work on right now. One is the double wedding ring. I'm itching to do that. But I also, from So Kind of Wonderful, they have I think it's called Floral Felicity. And I bought the pattern and all their rulers to help me with that. And I am looking forward to getting to that. Totally looking forward to it. Yeah, the AccuQuilt Go, that could probably hook you up when it comes to curves. Because at least that's cut accurately, if nothing else. Annette, I do have shirts. Oh my goodness, the last time I went live, I told everybody about the shirts and you guys went over and just got loose and just cut up. So I have some designs. I don't have all the designs that you see me wear. And there's a couple really good ones that I'm kind of holding on to because I haven't actually told anybody. I mean, we were kind of testing the shirts out. We were testing the company out. We were testing the website out. And I put it out. And before I knew it, when I woke up in the morning, I had orders. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had just made it live, I don't know, before I went to sleep. And I thought, whoa. And then I was live on a couple of days ago. And I told everybody about the shirts. And next thing I know, I have orders. I mean, orders. And I thought you guys would only want the t-shirts, even though I have all kinds of stuff. I have book bags and aprons, which I can't wait to get my apron. All kind of stuff. And you guys went for all magnets and water bottles and mugs. And I was like, what? I knew you guys were only going to want the t-shirts. And not only did you guys go for t-shirts, you went for like the ringer tees, like the different kinds of shirts, like the ones with the really feminine physique, the ones that are fit to a woman's body. But then a lot of you guys bought the men's t-shirts, which I totally wear. It was just a trip. Then some people wanted hoodies. I was overwhelmed with how much people bought. So all that to say, yes, Annette, my shirts are available. You can see them at the bottom of my YouTube videos, or you can go to, you can type in my MA Couture Crafting, or you can go to my website and then it says Couture Shopping and then it'll give you a drop down. And if you click that drop down, it'll take you to the store and you can see all the craziness there. And there are some more designs to come. So, if you want to hold off, I get it. If you want to buy this one and get some later, we are totally going to do some stuff where we wear matching shirts to some of these conventions. I can't wait for that. And beware, if I ever see you wearing my shirt, it's possible that I will cry and hold on to you and follow you around the store and do something weird. So, buy at your own risk. And that's my whole spiel. What's up, Alicia? What's going on? Happy to have you here with me. Helen, that dye, I'm telling you, but the next time I do it, so that dye is cool if you have, if you're in and out of the house, you got a kid or something that's in and out the house, or you have a dress that you want to make, do something when you can really show what happens. Because I would love to be at a wedding that, the dress is one color outside and then another color on the inside when a bunch of people really get to see it do its thing. So the next time I do it, I'll probably do a thermal activated one. And I'd like to dye the fabric first, then take the fabric to go match it at the store. I was kind of shooting. I was kind of hoping and wishing with this one, and it totally worked for me. But I want to control it more. Imagine that, me wanting to control something more. So, think about it like that. I think people would want to dye it, then match it. And remember, you want prepared for dyeing fabric or 100% cotton white clothing if you're going to do it. But that dye, it's the truth. It works. They say don't iron it. I was able to iron it full strength and it still worked. I'm just going to be reasonable and assume that it's not going to last forever. But it's really, really cool. It's really cool. Ooh, this is fun. I'm so happy to have company while I am doing the part of this that is not the most fun. It's not the most fun, guys. What is Villa Rosa? Why is it not coming to my mind? Do I need to Google it? Is it a pattern? Is Villa Rosa a pattern or is it a company? What is it? I just did my quilt celebration video for tomorrow. I love it because it's so unassuming, guys. It's the kind of quilt you probably shrug your shoulders at and just walk by and not even give it the time of day. So Helen, for this particular one, the one that I'm ironing right that second, you can kind of see, okay, I'm pointing right there. That's laying over there. That's the round Tuffet. I just finished making that one. I'm working on a square Tuffet right now. And the pattern that I'm using is the same one that I used before from Quilter's Cocoon. And this one is the square one. And last time I did the video, my videos are starting to gain traction. Do you know that you guys bought up all the patterns? I don't know how many she had, but they're all gone. And I went to order some and I ordered them and she was like, hey, I don't have any more. What do you mean you don't have any more? I don't understand. She was like, something happened and they're all gone. Something happened? That would be me that happened. Yeah, right. But it did happen right after the video, so maybe it was me. We'll just say that it was. So she was like, I'll send you, when they come in, I'll send them to you. And I was like, that's fine. So as I was doing my shop hop, I actually ran into her pattern, not the actual pattern, but the templates. I was just elated because I was going to have to put off my goals of trying to get these done. So I was like, yes. So the round pattern that I have is from Tuffet Source. And the square one that I have is from Quilter's Cocoon. And I'm doing them both again, but this time, instead of ordering that very expensive kit, I ordered the less expensive kit, which I think cost me maybe $40 on Amazon. I can tell the difference in the stuff already. So I ordered one from Amazon. I ordered the round one. They sent me the 2 square ones. Had to reorder it. It showed up today. Perfect. Not a problem. We're working on the round one. That's fine. Not a problem. So I got to open up what comes in the round kit. Not impressed. Not impressed. And I'm also going to have to do a little more work, which is fine. We can do it. It's not a big deal. But there is a difference between that $185 kit and the $50 kit that you get on what's up, Rebecca? Glad to have you. There's a difference between the kits that cost $185 or whatever it cost me versus the one that costs $50. Imagine that. But I think it's still doable. You still get a really cute look. And the woman who does the kits that are $185, she talked about how a lot of her clients buy her kit one time and just make Tuffet covers that they can change out whenever they want. Because like I said before, who's got time to, or who's got the space to have a bunch of Tuffets in their house? They don't. Most people don't have that kind of space. So it's probably a good idea, if 185, and that's just the kit. I ain't talking about shipping and all that. If 185 is not something, if that's expensive to you, that's one way to do it. So, hey, Yvonne, what's up from Wilmington? We have a Wilmington here in Los Angeles. Well, not Los Angeles, in California, we have a Wilmington. Yep, covers. Yep, I think covers might be the way to go. I think covers are the most cost-efficient way to go. And that's pretty cool. It's a cool option. I think this Tuffet is still going to come out really cool, but there are things about it that are just different. I can tell in the quality of the materials. The batting, for instance, does not feel like the batting that we used before. The other batting had so much more body to it. Riverside, Adriana, you are just a hop, skip, and a jump for me. Hey, this is from Quilter's Cocoon. Quilter's Cocoon is right over there near Riverside, I believe. Hey, in Riverside? Hey, Adriana, they have a shop hop coming up in July, and I think it runs through that area, if my mind serves me correctly. Are you gonna try to go? Are you gonna try to shop hop a little bit? I think this round one, that one over there, I think it's gonna be really cute. I think this whole set of Tuffets are going to be cute. And that's what they are at this point. They are a set of Tuffets. What's up, Lois? I'm glad you popped in. You've never done it? They're kind of fun. It's kind of cool to see the shops that you have like in your local area when they participate and everybody's in a super good mood and the store is super well staffed and everybody's ready to just have a good time. It's fun. So much fun. I did a shop hop on the channel and I videotaped every single shop that I went into, and you can see the different stuff that I encountered. But I think that was just an exceptional shop hop. I had such a good time. The owners, the store employees, everybody was just on fire, and it was just a good time. The people who were participating were fun, because what happens is when you start hopping, a lot of those same people end up going with you to every single store. You start seeing the exact same people because you guys are all hopping. It's a good time. You would, exactly, Rebecca, you go into shops that you would never go to. And although I am a tulip pink lover, I just love quilting and fabrics. So a traditional shop doesn't turn me off. I want to know what they have. I can find something amazing in any shop. So even though it might not be my style that day, because my style does change, it's just fun. It's just fun to see what's going on. It's fun to see what other notions, what other patterns people have. It's a good time. If you're into sewing, quilting, matter of fact, if you're just into doing stuff, there were some ladies that I met that were like, hey, they were like, no, we don't quilt. But they went on the shop hop. They went to dinner. They just wanted to complete it. They just wanted to do it. So they did, I think, 3 days. And they were like, oh, we drank all night, one night. And they were kind of doing it leisurely. And they do it every year. It's their thing. And none of them quilt. I don't know if they were buying some stuff. They were looking at all different kinds of stuff. Just having a good time. Between the Stitches. Let me see. Which one is Between the Stitches? Between Stitches and Temecula. Between Stitches. Adriana, you have to forgive me. I go to so many shops that I kind of get them confused a little bit. I get, it's only so many so-and-sos and Stitch this and Stitch Heaven and quilting that. There's so many. And so Between Stitches isn't jumping out to me right this very second. Oh, Between Stitches. I love that store. I got it. It took me a minute. There was a woman that used to work there, and she moved away, and it makes me so sad. Between Stitches is a great store in Temecula. That's the one that I would probably frequent. Well, that's not true, but I like it. They have all the Kimberbell stuff up there. Yvonne, you just do not know how you just made me smile. You made a Tuffet. You made a Tuffet. That's what I'm talking about. Did I inspire you to make that Tuffet, Yvonne? People act like they can't do it. They're like, it's so scary. Yeah, I mean, it's not the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's not the most difficult either. You just got to go slow and do it. Lois, we were just talking about that, about expensive, what it is. And I'll say that expensive is a relative term. And so it kind of depends on what you consider expensive and what it just depends. Now, I think that it's expensive. I think that the shipping is what really messed with me. The quilt kits. If you look at a quilt kit, I'm going to use Tula as an example. I think her kit is going for how much did I spend for one of her quilt kits? Okay, I can't remember right off the bat, so I don't know that was the best example that I just tried. So Lois, the kit cost me $185, but what got me was the kit did not include the pattern, and shipping was $50, and that's what got me on the original one. But the one that I just bought is $50, but it doesn't have everything in it, and so that's the difference, and that's what I'll be talking about in that video, this video that we're doing right now. The way to cut costs, and is it worth it, and do I feel like it's still a nice piece of furniture? Do I feel like it's going to hold up and last? Because the first ones that I made, the very expensive ones, the $185 kits, I think those will last. I don't think that's an issue. I think we're good. I think that's a very nice piece of furniture. Now, this one will still be heavy, but the foam is just very different than the original foam. And this one doesn't come with the pre-drilled holes for the legs. Rebecca, that shipping almost knocked me over. It matter of fact, let me tell you, the shipping made me stop. I stopped for a moment. It was like I started searching the site for a free shipping code because me, after I spend over $50, I want my shipping free on everything. And that's just the Amazon world that I live in. But that's not always the case. And for furniture, I don't think that's ever the case. And I talked to the woman. I ended up calling her because I had some questions about the pattern. And we talked, and she was like, think about it. This is an heirloom piece. This is not just a fly by night, whatever kind of piece that you're doing. This is something that's heirloom. And when she told me that, I was like, all right, I get it. Still don't want to pay that shipping though. So, when you think about it like a quilt kit, it's not far from a quilt kit. There are quilt kits that are more expensive for that. Jacqueline de Jong, I don't know how much I spent for that, but I'm betting it was not inexpensive. So think of it kind of in prices like that, but the shipping is what made me say, whoa. One of these I was able to find in my local quilt store, and that was the square one. The square one I just walked in and bought. The round one is the one that was the round one is the one that I had to pay the shipping on. And I just bought the other round one, just showed up from Amazon today. The actual foam and the thing. And I wanted to see what the pattern looked like. And I was trying to figure out how to cut the cost of it. And is it possible to cut the cost? So I think I bought my feet, 4 feet. I bought 1 foot on accident off Etsy. And I think the 1 foot, it cost me, I don't know, $80 or something. I thought I was getting 4 feet. It's a really neat foot. But, dude, what am I going to do with 1 foot? Why would you even sell it as 1 foot? At least sell it in pairs, but whatever. I digress. So I think I got all my feet for about $30. And then the kit cost me about $50. And I don't think there's much else that I had to buy. You need some cording. I don't know. I'll have to break it down, once I really look at it. But oh, this is a weird shaped one here. Do I need to go the other direction, maybe? Let's try that. Rebecca, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was like, oh, I'm having a don't want to pay for shipping moment. I don't mind paying for stuff. Stuff is what it is. If grapes are costing me $10, I know the world is expensive. But come on. After I spend over $50, I want my shipping free. However, the box is heavy. It was definitely a heavy box, and it was a big box. So oh, nice. So you didn't have to deal with the shipping, so you got 2. Love that for you, Yvonne. Oh, Yvonne, I'm so happy. I've been wanting to use that Curve Master. I've seen it and I've been wanting to use it, and I might have to buy it because you know me, I like all the things, and see how that works for me. I've got to check it out. That water is good. I have just gotten into drinking water, and boy, am I enjoying it. Aw, I bet those old machines really give you some great results, though. I tell you, I was watching a woman on So Kind of Wonderful sew some stuff, and you know what she was using? She was using a, you guys know the super popular, what is that darn thing? The featherweight. And she was just going, and it was amazing. I said, look at her and her featherweight. All right. Now, we were just talking about how I could be doing this with my heat press, but even if I were doing this with my heat press, I don't want to get any lumps and bumps in this. And when you close it, I'd have to give it a, I feel like I'd probably have to do this before just to be on the safe side to make sure that I didn't put any lumps or bumps in here. So we're just taking our time hanging out. Oh, okay. High shank, low shank. I bought some rulers when I first started quilting by Angela Walters, like her first set of quilting rulers. And I had no idea the difference between a high shank and a low shank machine. And boy, when I was trying to use that ruler, you should have seen the issues that I was running into. At this point, it would have been comical, but I had no understanding of what was happening or why the foot kept, was it too high or too low? I don't know, it was something. I was looking at something on Instagram or something another, and it was talking about people's first quilts. It put me in the mind of people's first quilts and is it difficult or not, and what people can do, right out the gate. I have seen a woman, her first quilt out was the skull quilt, the cocoa inspired quilt that I did. That was her first quilt. And she changed the pattern and she made something that was absolutely could go in any quilt show right now. It was a stunning piece and it was her very first quilt. Now, I know nothing about this woman, what her background is, what her history is. I don't know. But I know that she nailed that. And so when people say, what you can do for your first quilt, I don't know. People can do whatever they want to do. My very first quilt was not that interesting because it was just a jelly roll race. But I tried every technique that I had seen on Missouri Star, Shabby Fabrics, and Jordan Fabrics. I put a flange border binding on there. I did all the quilting myself, but I was using quilting rulers. Like I was really swinging for the fence. I did some border work that is just sad right now. It's really not that cute. But I really tried my best to do all the things. And so, you know what? It's all kind of relative. So don't count yourself out or count anybody else out because you never know what they'll be able to do. You just never know. Hey, Tracy. Oh, that's nice. Tracy, does it drive us insane when we cut fabric and we rotate it? I have a friend who's left-handed, and she said she was trying to figure out how come we were always rotating fabric all the time. She's like, what's wrong with you guys? She was talking about learning how to knit, being left-handed, and nobody else being left-handed, and how she finally found somebody who understood to sit directly in front of her. Being left-handed is a thing. I had no idea. in the crafting world, different scissors. I've got a girlfriend who is very accomplished artist and designer, and she works on animation, big time animation stuff. And she cuts with her right hand. She was like, it was just easier for me to learn to cut with my right hand. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? What? She's like, yeah. She's like, see what your husband does. It had never dawned on me to ask my husband what hand he cuts scissors with. Uses the scissors with, and he thought I was strange when I asked him. I don't think he ever really gave it much thought either, but being left-handed is a whole thing in this world. So I'm glad that your quilt store thought to do left-handed rulers for you. Who makes left-handed rulers? Ooh, you have 2 left-handed children. What was that like? Was it even a thing? All right, I'm ready to move on to another step, guys. How many more of these things do I have to do? I'm over it. So many more. I was wondering, I was actually going to guess Creative Grids, who are my second favorite ruler company. Oh, cool. All the girls were left-handed. Interesting. Interesting. My father made one of his nephews left-handed. Wouldn't give him anything in his right hand. Taught him to play ball and everything with his left. He was a really good baseball player too. Randomly, he did come out to be a very, very good baseball player. Um, yeah, walking into the local quilt store, being able to get the Tuffets was really nice. Really, really nice. Who is that? My husband? Husband, is that you? No, that's my mother. Oh, so, yep, I think you're right. It costs way less when they have it there. I wonder if they even do wholesale stuff because that shipping, again, she just was so adamant that it had to be that much. So we shall see. I wonder if I should start selling Tuffet kits. Wouldn't that be something? The woman who said that she's no longer selling Tuffets, she said she's not doing it because she just can't. She's got other stuff going on, life and things. But she says it's really profitable, but the storage of it all. And I could see how that could be a thing because they are big. I have 2 kits right now, and they are big. So these tuffets are just slightly different in the innards. The patterns are the same. The patterns are all the same. I don't like the patterns that came with the kit that I ordered. There is a pattern there, and you will be able to do it, but it's limiting. I think this one is better. I think they're both better. So the round one from the Tuffet Source and the square one from Quilter's Cocoon, way better than what you get from the Fairfield kits that cost $50. I haven't seen the pattern for the square one, even though I opened the box, I didn't pull out the pattern. And I can't wait to do that. I'm really looking forward to that. I did. I finally remembered. It was, I can't believe how long it took me. I did get the cameo pattern. I got it for a little discount. I'm very pleased. No idea what I'm going to do with it, but a good pattern is a good pattern is a good pattern. And that is a neat pattern to me. Thank you for reminding me. Because I think I got it like last night or the night before. And I was laying in bed like, oh, shoot. I wonder if the coupon code still works. And it did. No idea what I'm going to do with that pattern. I might put Tula Pink's witches in there that are coming up. Her witch design, which I think is really cute. It's a cute design. I'm really after the background, but I like when she does faces sometimes. Sometimes. I have recently seen an African, because I've been searching for Tuffets, just looking for inspiration and seeing what people have done. And one of the coolest ones that I saw was done with African prints. And boy, was it cool. It was so cool. All right, we are almost done with the boring part. So close. So close, so close. That giraffe print, I love it. I absolutely love it. I just hate that I didn't make it bigger. I was talking about that with the 3-yard quilts. I think the way to go for something that you think you're really going to like, or something that you're gifting to people, where more than one person's going to want to cuddle under or something, the twin size is just the way to go. 6 yards as opposed to 3 yards, because that giraffe, oh my goodness, it's a cutie patootie now. And the one that I did on the live the other day, the rainbow one, I kind of wish that one was bigger. And I think that's it. I don't think there's any other ones that I was like, oh, I want this to be bigger. Uh-uh. Yeah, that African print. There's one, maybe, I think I've seen maybe one or two. And depending upon how you do it, yeah, that could be killer. It could be just a show stopping piece in your home or a gift. I saw one woman just did a bunch of them as gifts, and I'm like, there's no way that I would just be making a bunch of. They were like in college colors, and I know people go hard for their colleges and stuff, but I was like, what? There's no way. There's no way. She did like a gazillion of them and gave them all away as college. You know, and as a graduation gift, it really is nice, but I want something that's like Mackenzie Childs. Like, I'm not putting, my husband likes the 49ers. Like, I'm not doing a 49er Tuffet. I don't think so. We're making heirloom pieces out here. I wouldn't want to mail something like that either. I didn't even think about that part. I forgot about shipping it. I didn't even think about shipping it. I didn't even think about the shipping. I was just talking about shipping. There's a reason why it's $50, right? Okay. We're only going to be able to fit one more on here. Oh, so close. I thought we were going to be able to fit all of them on these panels, but no, I'm going to have to cut more fabric. Somebody's going to get a big old chunk of scraps with this. Ooh, that would be an amazing gift. Bowl cozies are awesome too. People don't realize it, but once I understood what a bowl cozy was, I was just bowl cozy crazy. Because I totally use them. Totally use them. Why are these pieces so randomly, such a random size? They are so random. But I think they are going to fit on this random scrap that I have. I just got to want it. Yeah, I can't wait to see what pattern goes in the square tuffet because doing a square is different. This elbow shape right here, trying to figure out how to cut it or how to make the pattern piece for it, it's weird. And I saw a person explain how to do it with a ruler and all that, but I was like, oh no, I don't see how that's gonna quite work out in my world. Trying to figure out these angles and all that. And there's a pattern for it. But the way that you measure it and whatnot, no. This is my preferred method for the square tuffet. And that might be why there's not a lot of videos for tuffets out there. Because this pattern right here, this angle, trying to figure it out is no joke. All right, guys, this one, give me a minute to get all turned around. So that we can move on over to cutting these bad boys out. And then I will finish doing these videos. Actually, then I'll start sewing them and then we'll see where we are. All right. Ooh, that felt heavy. There are a lot of patterns under there. Okay, so we're going to. All right, now we're back in business. We've got this all set up. We are going to set up our power source, and then we should be cooking with gas. Aha. Thanks, Michelle. Oh, I'm sticking it to the fabric so I can cut it out easier. so I can cut it out easier. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just cutting them apart. And then we will cut them out on the line. And that is where we want to be a little bit more precise. So maybe I want to grab a smaller ruler. Ooh. Let's see what ruler I like best for this. I remember this part giving me issues. Well, guys, we've been on for about an hour. I'm going to go eat some lunch and come back to this, I think. Yep, I'm getting hungry. And all this is a bunch of cutting these out, which is fun and all, but That's perfect. Perfect ruler for this. So if you guys haven't done so already, check out my store. See if you see anything you love. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you're liking what you see. Share me with your friends and leave a bunch of comments and come back and see the tutorials, the full tutorials on this, okay? And I will catch you guys on the next one.